Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Punita Bakshi and with me is Rupinder Kaur Chawla with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reach Samarkand this evening on a two-day visit to Uzbekistan to attend the SCO summit. Centre to sign a peace agreement with Assam government and 5 rebel groups this evening. Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari emphasises use of alternative fuels to reduce pollution. CUET UG results to be announced tonight. Today is Engineers Day. Prime Minister says government is working to enhance infrastructure for studying engineering. Met Department forecasts heavy rainfall in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand in the next few days. Vinesh Fogart scripts history by becoming the first Indian woman wrestler to win 2 medals at the World Championships. And in women's cricket, third and final T20 international between India and England to be played in Bristol tonight. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will reach Samarkand this evening on a 2-day visit to Uzbekistan to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO summit. Briefing media in New Delhi, Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra said the Prime Minister will participate in restricted and extended sessions of the summit tomorrow.
We expect that the discussions during the summit would cover topical, regional and international issues, reform and expansion of SCO, the security situation in the region, our cooperation perspective in the region, including strengthening connectivity as well as boosting trade and tourism in the region. Samarkand Declaration and numerous other documents are expected to be finalized during the summit. They are currently under consideration of the SCO member countries.
The Foreign Secretary said the Prime Minister will also hold bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the summit.
Apart from the summit activities, Prime Minister will hold bilateral meetings with the President of Uzbekistan and some other leaders on the sidelines of the summit. PM's participation in this summit is a reflection of the importance that India attaches to the SCO and its goals. This is also tied to our approach and engagement with the region as a whole. India hosted the first India-Central Asia Summit earlier this year, preceded by a foreign minister level meeting. We remain focused on strengthening our linkages with Central Asia and the extended neighborhood, and this visit will take that vision and that perspective forward.
Replying to a query on terrorism, Foreign Secretary Quatra said there is a deep understanding and appreciation within SCO countries of challenges of terrorism and the need to come together to form ways for practical cooperation. On G7's price cap on Russian oil, he pointed out that India is not a member of the G7. He added that when the Indian entities go out and try to respond to India's need for energy security, they essentially procure it from the market, and these are not government-to-government purchases. A tripartite peace agreement will be signed between the centre and the Assam government and 5 rebel groups of the state in the presence of Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi this evening. Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma, along with senior officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs and the state government, will be present during the signing of the agreement.
In Manipur, 12 cadres of separatist groups KCP, PWG, People's War Group and 1 cadre of KYKL laid down their arms and ammunition before Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in Imphal today. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Biren said many cadres from different militant outfits have joined the mainstream. He appealed to all the underground outfits to come to the dialogue table. Mr. Biren also said that the army and paramilitary force have been playing a great role in restoring the law and order situation in Manipur for the past many years. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari has said that the new national highway which is being constructed between Delhi and Dehradun will be completed by the end of this year. He said it will help reduce travel time and distance between the two cities will be covered within 2 hours. The minister was addressing Insight 2022 International Conference on Sustainable and Innovative Finance in New Delhi today. Mr. Gadkari informed that the government is making good roads and the plan is to cover the distance between Delhi to Haridwar within 2 hours, Delhi to Chandigarh within 2 hours 30 minutes, Delhi to Srinagar within 8 hours, and Delhi to Mumbai within 12 hours. Speaking on making the transport sector economically viable, Mr. Gadkari stressed on the need to use of alternative fuel like electric, ethanol, methanol, bio-CNG and green hydrogen by discouraging use of diesel and petrol. He said this will not only reduce pollution but also save the cost. The minister also stressed on the need of discouraging the use of personal vehicles and promoting maximum use of public transport. He said the plan of his ministry is to make E-Road between Delhi to Jaipur and also to launch electric truck next month. He informed that currently total toll collection is 40,000 crore rupees a year and it is expected to go up to 1,40,000 crore rupees by the end of 2024.
The Common University Entrance Test undergraduate results will be announced by around 10 p.m. tonight. This was announced by UGC Chairman Professor M. Jagdish Kumar. The results will be declared by the National Testing Agency. The CUET UG was conducted in 6 phases between July 15 and August 30 in 259 cities in the country and 9 cities abroad. Around 14.9 lakh candidates registered for the CUET this year. It has been introduced for admission into UG programs in central universities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted engineers on the occasion of Engineers Day today. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, "Our nation is blessed to have a skilled and talented pool of engineers who are contributing to nation building." He said the government is working to enhance infrastructure for studying engineering, including building more engineering colleges. The Prime Minister said on Engineers Day, the nation remembers the path-breaking contribution of Sir M. Vishweshwarya. He hoped that the contribution of Sir M. Vishweshwarya will keep inspiring generations of future engineers to distinguish themselves.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has conveyed his best wishes to Team Doordarshan on its foundation day today. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said that through decades the channel has captured the timeless journey of India in transition and its archives are a treasure trove of country's rich history. Doordarshan was established on this day in 1959. In Uttar Pradesh, the police have arrested all 6 accused involved in the alleged rape and murder of 2 sisters in Lakhimpur district. 5 accused named in the FIR were arrested yesterday, while 1 accused was nabbed this morning in an encounter. The district magistrate said that a post-mortem examination of the victims is being conducted. Meanwhile, Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Maurya said that strict action will be taken in the case. He added that the government is with the victims' family, saying the opposition should not do politics.
More than 215 crore 98 lakh vaccine doses have been administered under the nationwide vaccination drive so far. Over 31 lakh 9,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. As many as 5,000 people recovered during the period. Currently, the recovery rate is at 98.71%. Over 6,000 new cases were recorded and over 3,14,000 tests conducted in the last 24 hours. Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said the government is taking all steps to make India energy independent by 2047. He was addressing a press conference after inaugurating the 25th Energy Technology Meet in Mumbai today. Mr. Puri said that food, fertilizer and fuel were the sectors India recently faced difficulties due to instability in some parts of the world. But the country successfully navigated over it with confidence. Underlining the effective steps of the government for clean energy, he said that hydrogen blending up to 10%, which was targeted for the end of this year, has already been achieved. and the government is confident that 20% blending would be achieved by 2023. Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas Department, Rameshwar Teli, said that by 2030, the government will be setting up 18,000 new CNG stations, and by the same period, 1,000 LNG stations would also be set up.
BJP has released another sting video over alleged irregularities in implementation of the Delhi excise policy. The sting claims that a total amount of 100 crore rupees was given by liquor giants to AAP in cash to be used for elections in Goa and Punjab. Addressing media in New Delhi, party leader Sudhanshu Trivedi alleged that the liquor policy was brought by the Delhi government only for corruption. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party has denied the allegation. Briefing the media, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia said there is no truth into the allegation made through the sting video. In a significant move, the Indian Navy has revived the naval training area at Manasbal Lake in Kashmir's Gandarbal district after 33 years to provide training to National Cadet Corps NCC cadets. Addressing a press conference, NCC Group Commander Brigadier K.S. Kalsi said that around 100 NCC cadets, including girls from various colleges of Jammu and Kashmir, are going to participate in the training camp. He said that the revival of the naval training area will go a long way and is a historic day as after a gap of 33 years, NCC training activities are being revived. The training in the area was suspended in the early 1990s. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reach Samarkand this evening on a 2-day visit to Uzbekistan to attend the SCO summit. Centre to sign a peace agreement with Assam government and 5 rebel groups this evening. Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari emphasizes use of alternative fuels to reduce pollution. CUET UG results to be announced tonight. Today is Engineers Day. Prime Minister says government is working to enhance infrastructure for studying engineering. Met Department forecasts heavy rainfall in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand in next few days. Vinesh Fogart scripts history by becoming first Indian woman wrestler to win 2 medals at the World Championships. In women's cricket, third and final T20 international between India and England to be played in Bristol tonight. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देखते हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे।
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ वाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी, तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर, या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर, और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate a relocation project of cheetahs in the Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh on Saturday under Project Cheetah. It is world's first intercontinental large wild carnivore translocation project. The introduction of wild cheetahs is part of Mr. Modi's efforts to revitalize and diversify India's wildlife and its habitat. Cheetah was declared extinct from India in 1952. Cheetahs that will be introduced are from Namibia and have been brought under an MOU signed earlier this year. On the same day, Prime Minister will also participate in a self-help group sammelan being organized at Karahal, Shiopur in Madhya Pradesh. It will witness the attendance of thousands of women self-help group members and community resource persons that are being promoted under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihoods Mission. During the program, Mr. Modi will also be inaugurating 4 particularly vulnerable tribal groups skilling centers under PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana. India Meteorological Department, IMD, has predicted heavy rainfall in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand during the next few days. IMD said a few places in Kumaon and adjoining districts of Garhwal region are likely to receive heavy to very heavy rainfall. In Maharashtra, Met Office has issued a yellow alert for Mumbai, Thane and Sindhudurg. We spoke to IMD DG Mrityunjay Mohapatra.
एक वेलमार्क लो प्रेशर एरिया नॉर्थ वेस्ट मध्य प्रदेश के ऊपर केंद्रीभूत है। यह अगले 2 दिन में धीरे धीरे पहले उत्तर पश्चिम दिशा में जाकर बाद में उत्तर पूर्व दिशा में दक्षिण यूपी के ऊपर गति करेगा। इसके प्रभाव में 15 से 17 तक उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड और जो मध्य प्रदेश के एडजॉइनिंग एरिया है, यहाँ सभी जगह में बारिश होने के साथ साथ कुछ इलाके में हेवी टू वेरी हेवी रेनफॉल होने का पूर्वानुमान है और 1-2 जगह पर एक्सट्रीमली हेवी रेनफॉल यानी 20 सेंटीमीटर ज्यादा बारिश हो सकता है। इसके साथ साथ जो एडजॉइनिंग एरिया हरियाणा है, दिल्ली है, यहाँ भी 68% में रेनफॉल हो सकता है।
Rain continues in most of the districts of Uttarakhand since yesterday. Normal life has been affected in hilly areas of the state due to rain slash. In view of the alert of the Meteorological Department, a holiday has been declared in the schools in the hilly region of the state today. At the same time, many rural connectivity roads in the hilly region have been blocked due to rain and landslides. The Met Department has predicted heavy rains in the Kumaon division till 17th of this month. There is also a possibility of heavy rain in Dehradun, Tehri, Uttarkashi and Rudraprayag of Garhwal division today. The Sardar Sarovar Dam on the river Narmada, the lifeline of Gujarat, has filled to its highest capacity today. The water level at the dam reached historic 138.68 meters, which is above the highest capacity of the dam. This is for the 3rd time in the history that the dam is filled to its highest capacity after 2019 and 2020. More from a correspondent.
By showering flowers and chanting Namami Devi Narmade, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel offered prayers to the waters of Narmada River and celebrated this historic occasion of filling up of state's largest dam today. Following the good monsoon rainfall this year, the dam is filled to brim after 2 years. The present 5.75 lakh crore liters of water stock in the dam has ensured that the state will not face any water scarcity in the coming summer. The government said the farmers in the command area of the dam can be provided water for rabi crops. The Sardar Sarovar Dam is truly a lifeline of the state, through which the water of river Narmada has reached to around 4 crore population of the state. Aparna Kun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for the 1.3 billion citizens across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani Ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio.
आजाद भारत की बात आकाशवाणी के साथ, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. From 15th August, the series is being broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio.
In today's episode, we will bring you the story of infrastructure development in India.
The infrastructure sector is a key driver for the Indian economy. It includes power, bridges, dams, roads and urban infrastructure development. The major reforms in the Indian infrastructure sector came with the implementation of the 12th 5-year plan 2012 to 2017, where the government began to place a significant emphasis on the infrastructure sector by announcing investments to the tune of $1 trillion, with 40% of the funds coming from the private sector. As a part of its policy reforms, the government also allowed 100% foreign direct investment through an automatic route, ensuring minimal interference from governmental entities. In order to boost the growth of the infrastructure sector, the Narendra Modi government has introduced the National Infrastructure Pipeline (NIP), along with other programs like Make in India and the Production-Linked Incentives (PLI) scheme. Prime Minister Modi has introduced various initiatives for the infrastructure sector, which include Smart Cities Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission and Udan scheme. Recent government initiatives like the Gati Shakti National Master Plan, National Infrastructure Pipeline and Asset Monetization Plan pave the way for the country to have a robust infrastructure framework.
PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan के तहत रोड से लेकर रेलवे तक, एविएशन से लेकर के एग्रीकल्चर तक विभिन्न मंत्रालयों को, विभागों को इससे जोड़ा जा रहा है। हर बड़े प्रोजेक्ट को, हर डिपार्टमेंट को सही जानकारी, सटीक जानकारी समय पर मिले, इसके लिए टेक्नोलॉजी प्लेटफॉर्म भी तैयार किया गया है।
Across the nation, world-class infrastructure in the fields of roads, waterways, trains, airports and ports are being built. The goal is to improve interconnectivity between roads, rails, airways and waterways to cut travel time and increase industrial production. The total length of national highways has grown from 21,378 kilometers in 1947 to more than 1.4 lakh kilometers. Union Minister of Roads, Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari says that India now has the second largest road network in the world, with a total length of about 63 lakh kilometers.
India has about 63 lakh kilometers of road network, which is the second largest road network in the world. The road infrastructure plays a critical role in the growth of the Indian economy, as 70% of the goods and nearly 90% of passenger traffic uses the road network to commute. The national highway constitute about 2.2% of the total road network, but carry over 40% of the total road traffic.
India has 13 major ports and 205 notified minor and intermediate ports. 6 new megaports are to be developed under the Sagarmala project. Airport Authority of India manages a total of 137 airports, which includes 103 domestic airports, 24 international airports and 10 customs airports. There are 34 operational international airports in India. After 75 years of independence, India has risen to become Asia's third largest electricity generator. It has increased its ability to produce energy from 1,362 megawatts in 1947 to 3,95,600 megawatts. Infrastructure development is essential for the country to achieve its goal of having a $5 trillion economy by 2025.
आजाद भारत की बात आकाशवाणी के साथ can be accessed on @AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune in to All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief at the passing away of former Cabinet Minister of Malaysia and the first Pravasi Bharatiya Samman awardee from Malaysia, Tun Dr. S. Sami Vellu. In a tweet, Mr. Modi expressed condolences to his family.
The World Health Organization says the world has never been a better position to end the COVID-19 pandemic, as the number of new cases has dropped dramatically. Urging the world to seize the opportunity to end the pandemic, WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said, "We are not there yet, but the end is in sight. If we do not take this opportunity now, we run the risk of more variants, more deaths, more disruption and more uncertainty," he added. The WHO has reported that deaths from COVID-19 last week were the lowest since March 2020. It was the most upbeat assessment from the UN Health Agency since it declared an international emergency in January 2020 and started describing COVID-19 as a pandemic 3 months later. However, the WHO chief said countries need to take a hard look at the policies and strengthen them for COVID-19 and future viruses. He also urged nations to vaccinate 100% of their high-risk groups and keep testing for the virus. A WHO spokesperson said the next meeting of experts to decide whether the pandemic still represents a public health emergency of international concern is due next month. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with an accident when his car collided with another vehicle this morning after a battlefield visit. However, he is safe. In a statement, the president's spokesperson informed that a passenger car collided with a presidential vehicle and his escort when he was returning to Kyiv from the Kharkiv region.
Today is the International Day of Democracy. The day is celebrated annually across the world to strengthen democracies and highlight its values and principles. The UN said this year the day will focus on the importance of media freedom to democracy, peace, and delivering on the Sustainable Development Goals. On the 15th anniversary of the Democracy Day, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that democracy is backsliding across the world. He said, now is the time to stand up for the democratic principles of equality, inclusion and solidarity. Vinesh Phogat has become the first Indian woman wrestler to win 2 medals at the World Championships after clinching a bronze in 53 kg category at Belgrade in Serbia yesterday. The Commonwealth Games 2022 gold medalist defeated reigning European champion Emma Margren of Sweden 8-0. She had previously earned a podium position in the 2019 edition of the tournament at Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan.
In football, Indian men's team clinched the SAF Under-17 championship title, defeating Nepal 4-0 in the final in Colombo yesterday evening. Bobby Singh, Kauro Singh, captain Vanlal Pekha Guete and Aman scored a goal each to shape a resounding victory in India's favour. With this win, India retains the title. In women's cricket, the third and final 2020 international between India and England will be played today at the County Ground in Bristol. The match will begin at 11 p.m. Indian time. Earlier on Tuesday, India defeated England by 8 wickets in the second 2020 to level the 3-match series 1-1. Both teams will play 3 ODI matches after the T20 series.
Australian women cricketer Raquel Haynes has announced her retirement from international cricket at the age of 35. The Australian women's team vice-captain and top-order batter has said she is also retiring from state cricket. However, she said she would play 1 more season for Sydney Thunder in the Women's Big Bash League. The Sensex and the Nifty today witnessed losses of more than 0.5% in the afternoon trade. Both stock indices fell amid mixed cues from other Asian share markets. The Sensex was trading below the 60,000 mark, while the Nifty was trading below 17,900 level. The Sensex lost 352 points or 0.58% to trade at 59,995. The Nifty also declined 112 points or 0.62% to trade at 17,892 when the reports last came in. In the forex market, the rupee also weakened 23 paise to trade at 79 rupees and 67 paise against the US dollar in the afternoon deals.
Now let us take a look at the weather across the country. National capital Delhi will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature was 24 and maximum will be around 30 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. The minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 29 degrees.
And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reach Samarkand this evening on a 2-day visit to Uzbekistan to attend the SCO summit. Centre to sign a peace agreement with the Assam government and 5 rebel groups this evening. Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari emphasizes use of alternative fuels to reduce pollution. CUET UG results to be announced tonight. Today is Engineers Day. Prime Minister says government is working to enhance infrastructure for studying engineering. Met Department forecasts heavy rainfall in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand in the next few days. Vinesh Phogat scripts history by becoming the first Indian woman wrestler to win 2 medals at the World Championships. In women's cricket, third and final T20 international between India and England to be played in Bristol tonight. And with that, we end the Midday News.